Bourbon is one of the most classic spirits out there, and in this video I'm going to be showing you 3 incredibly amazing cocktails that you can make with bourbon, starting from easiest to hard. Bourbon is amazing. I am obsessed with bourbon. It was one of the first spirits that I really fell in love with. After all, I got my bartending career really started at a place called Bourbon's Kitchen and Cocktails, so that kind of gives you some insight into how much I love this spirit. But all right guys, let's jump right into it. So first cocktail I'm going to be making for you is called the Gold Rush. It's a pretty simple cocktail and it is shaken. So we're going to grab our little shaker here and we're going to do 2 ounces of our bourbon, which I'm going to be using St. George's Breaking and Entering. We're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. And we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of honey syrup. Takes a little bit to come out, to come out, to come out. And there we go. And then we're going to add ice and shake. Lock up our tin. All right, pop that open. We're gonna grab our low ball, grab a large cube, and we're going to double strain over our large cube. And there you have a Gold Rush. All right, I can already smell that. Smells delightful. That is excellent. Bourbon and lemon always really go well together. You've got examples like the Bourbon Smash that show you that. The honey just adds a really incredible complexity to it. It's essentially a whiskey sour, but with honey instead of simple syrup. So it's pretty classic, pretty delicious, very simple. Right, let's move on to the next one. The next cocktail I'm gonna be making for you is called the Paper Plane. And this cocktail was created by the absolutely fantastic Sam Ross. This is a shaken cocktail, so we're gonna grab our shaker. We're gonna be doing 3/4 of an ounce of our bourbon. I am using 4 roses for this one. We're gonna be doing 3/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. We're gonna be doing 3/4 of an ounce of Aperol. And last but not least, we're gonna be doing 3/4 of an ounce of Amaro Nonino, an incredibly delightful Amaro. And I should say, this is one of my absolutely favorite cocktails on the planet, and so I'm really happy to be sharing it with you guys. So we're gonna add some ice, and we're going to give it a good shake. All right, pop that open. Chilled coupe here, and double strain this out. It just has such a lovely color. Such a lovely color. And there you have a Paper Plane. All right, let's give it a sip. God, I love that so much. It is a little bit bitter from the Aperol. The Amaro Nonino has that really delicious herbal element down below. The lemon gives a nice crispness, and the bourbon has those delicious bourbon caramelly notes in there. It's just a perfectly balanced, fantastic cocktail. It really does deserve its status as a modern classic. Sam Ross, my friend, I aspire to be like you. This is incredible. Right, let's move on to the last cocktail. And the last cocktail I'm gonna be making for you is the Lion's Tail. So let's grab our shaker here. We're gonna start off with 2 ounces of our bourbon. We are using St. George's Breaking and Entering. We're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. Typically, bourbon and lime aren't always flavor buddies, but I'm excited to see how this turns out. We're gonna be doing 1/4 ounce of rich simple syrup, which I have already prepared ahead of time. Rich just means there's double the amount of sugar as there is water. 1/4 of an ounce of rich simple syrup. We're going to do 1/4 of an ounce of pimento dram. Typically, the recipe calls for allspice dram, but pimento and allspice are the same thing. So we're gonna be using Hamilton's pimento dram, 1/4 of an ounce. And last but not least, 1 dash of Angostura bitters. And now we're going to add ice to our shaker and give it a nice good shake. All right, pop that open. Grab our chilled coupe here and double strain this out. And there you have a lion's tail. Right, let's give it a nice little sip here. It's very funky. I'm a big fan of that. The allspice dram or the pimento dram gives it that really interesting allspice characteristic that's actually elevated with the Angostura bitters. The lime juice gives it a nice crispness. The bourbon gives it that great bourbon body to it. And the rich simple just gives it that nice element of sweetness. Overall, a very fantastic, easy to drink cocktail. But there you have it, guys. 3 amazing, unique bourbon cocktails that you can make, going from easiest to most complex. But that's enough for me. I've got 3 amazing cocktails to get back to. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.